Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and noticed that something feels different? I am not just talking about that foggy feeling from sleep or the usual stiffness you might feel in your back. I am talking about that deep, natural energy you used to wake up with when you were in your 20 seconds. That quiet, steady sense of readiness in your body that acted as a daily reminder, I am still a man. If that specific feeling has been missing from your life lately, I want to share a simple and natural secret that could help you bring it back. And the best part is, it all starts with what you choose to drink right before you go to bed. Hi, I am Dr. Sophia Carter. I am a urologist with more than 10 years of experience helping men over the age of 50 feel strong, confident, and truly connected to their health once again. Tonight, we are going to talk about one specific bedtime drink that might actually surprise you with just how powerful and effective it is. Now, I realize it sounds almost too easy just having a drink before bed, right? But before you ignore this and look for something more complicated or flashy, please stay with me. What I am about to share with you is not some passing trend or a social media gimmick. It is not a magical potion created by the latest marketing hype. It is rooted in something much deeper, the actual biological way your body works, especially after you cross the age of 50. When you truly understand how these natural changes happen inside of you, this small bedtime habit suddenly starts to make a lot of sense. You see, as we get older, several important systems in the body begin to move a bit slower. It does not happen all at once in a dramatic way, but it happens slowly, quietly, year after year. For example, your blood vessels begin to lose some of that youthful flexibility they once had. Those flexible walls that used to open up so easily to let blood move through begin to get stiff. At the same time, your testosterone, the main hormone that drives your desire, your energy, and even how your tissues repair themselves, starts to drop in small, steady steps. And then we have to talk about sleep. It does not come as deeply or as well as it used to in the past. You might still be getting your 8 hours of sleep, but your body is not using those hours as efficiently as it should. All of these different factors come together to create one very big issue: weakened nighttime recovery. This slower recovery process affects many parts of your life, but it especially hurts your blood flow. And let me tell you something very important. When it comes to a man's sexual health, his energy, and his confidence, blood flow is the most important thing. It is not just about how much testosterone you have or how strong your muscles look. If the blood is not moving properly to the right place at the exact time it is needed, nothing is going to work the way it should. Your ability to get and keep an erection, and even your ability to feel desire in the first place, starts with how well your circulatory system is performing. That is exactly why this drink is not just a nice evening habit. It is a support tool. It is a signal to your body that it is time to rest, heal, and get ready for the next day with more strength and more energy. So, let me tell you exactly what this drink is and, more importantly, why it works so well for men. It is a very simple blend: warm water, pure pomegranate juice, and one slice of fresh ginger. That is it, just 3 ingredients. There is no added sugar, no caffeine, and no artificial chemicals. However, even though it is simple, each of these 3 things has a very important job in supporting your body, especially while you are asleep. Let's start with the pomegranate juice. This fruit is not just something that tastes good. It is a powerhouse of polyphenols. These are natural plant compounds that help the inner walls of your blood vessels relax. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they are swollen or stiff, water cannot move through them easily. But when the lining, which doctors call the endothelium, is smooth and healthy, everything moves much better. The pressure drops, oxygen gets delivered better, nutrients move around freely, and your pelvic area, including your penis, gets exactly what it needs to stay strong and responsive. That is the real magic of polyphenols. They aren't stimulants that force a reaction. They are supporters that quietly fix and rebuild what time has worn down. Now, let's talk about the ginger. This small root, which you have probably used for tea or in your cooking, is doing something much more amazing than just adding flavor. Ginger has been famous for a long time for its ability to fight inflammation, but it does something else too. It actually helps your body create more nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like a chemical messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up wide so blood can go where it needs to go. In fact, this is the exact same process that many expensive performance medications try to copy. But with ginger, You are working with your body instead of forcing it to do something it isn't ready for. It is gentle, it is natural, and it is safe. And that is something your body appreciates more and more as you get older. And then we have the warm water. Most people ignore this part, thinking it is just there to water down the juice, but warmth is very powerful. Warm water calms your stomach and digestion, it helps your nervous system relax, and it even makes your blood vessels expand just a little bit, which makes it easier for your body to absorb nutrients. Think of it like a delivery truck that already has the engine running. The warmth gets everything moving quickly. So instead of the ginger and the juice just sitting in your stomach, they are pushed into your bloodstream where they can actually get to work while you are sleeping. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, can this really make a big difference? I completely understand why you might be doubtful, but I have seen this work not just in science books or research papers, but in real men, in my patients, my friends, and even family members who tried it every night and saw real changes. These were not overnight miracles, but they were steady improvements. They found they slept more deeply. They woke up feeling much less tired or groggy. And most of all, they noticed the return of something they thought was gone forever, that natural morning energy, that quiet signal that their body was still capable, still responsive, and still strong. And here is the most important thing to remember. This is not about trying to chase some version of yourself from a long time ago. It is not about trying to turn back the clock to when you were 20. It is about honoring the man you are right now and giving that man the daily care and support he needs to keep living with confidence and strength. There is real dignity in taking care of your health, even in simple ways, especially in simple ways. That is why I love this drink so much. It is not another hard chore on your to-do list. It is not something else you have to stress or obsess over. It is a quiet act of support, like a small gift to your body before you close your eyes for the night. You aren't taking a drug. You aren't forcing a response. You are simply allowing your body to do what it was designed to do, to heal, to fix itself, and to get ready for tomorrow. Because here is the truth. Most men think they need to do something extreme or very difficult to see results. They think if something isn't hard or complicated, it simply cannot work. So they ignore the basics. But I am here to remind you that sometimes the smallest actions, when you do them every single day, are the ones that create the biggest changes. When you drink this blend before bed, you are doing something very helpful. You are hydrating your cells. You are calming your nerves. You are making your circulation better. And perhaps most importantly, you are reminding your body that it matters, that it is still alive, and that it is still worthy of your care. So, tonight, before you go to bed, take just 5 minutes. Warm up some water, pour in a small amount of pomegranate juice, and add a thin slice of fresh ginger. Sit with it, sip it slowly, and don't think of it as just a drink. Think of it as a quiet promise to your body that you are showing up for yourself, that you are paying attention, and that you are still in the game, because you are. And tomorrow morning, let your body show you just how powerful that little promise can really be. Now, let's take a closer look at why the nighttime is such a powerful and important window for men over the age of 50. Most people think that sleep is just the time when everything in the body shuts off. But the truth is, for your body, sleep is actually the most active healing time of the whole day. It is during those quiet hours that your cells fix themselves, your tissues rebuild, and your most important systems start resetting for the next day. For example, your hormones start to balance themselves out. Testosterone, which naturally goes down as we age, is actually released in short timed pulses while you are asleep. These bursts are very important for muscle repair, sexual health, your energy levels, and even your mood. Your nervous system also goes through a big change at night. It moves out of fight or flight mode, that stressed, worried state we often live in during the day, and moves into rest and digest mode. This change isn't just about feeling relaxed. It is about regeneration. It gives your organs, especially your heart and your blood vessels, the chance to work without any tension or pressure. And speaking of blood vessels, they also begin a beautiful rhythm overnight. They expand and contract gently, almost like they are being trained to stay flexible and youthful. That flexibility is what allows for strong, steady blood flow the next morning. But here is the big challenge. If you go to bed without enough water, or if your body is inflamed, bloated, or full of sugar and junk food, your body does not get the break it deserves. Instead of healing, your body goes into defense mode. Your vessels get stiff, your heart rate stays high, your stomach stays too active, and the result is poor sleep, weak circulation, more trips to the bathroom at night, and very low energy the next morning. That is why this drink we have been talking about is so much more than just a few healthy ingredients in a cup. It is about the message you are sending to your body before you sleep. When you take a moment to make something that helps your circulation, supports your tissues, and calms your stomach, you are saying something very powerful without using any words. You are saying, I care about my recovery. I want to wake up strong. I am creating the right environment where vitality can happen. And I promise you, your body hears that message clearly. It might not show up as a huge change overnight, but give it time. Night after night, your body begins to trust this routine. It starts repairing itself more deeply. You may begin to notice small but very meaningful changes. Maybe fewer trips to the bathroom at night, a more consistent and stronger flow in the morning, a feeling of ease in your pelvic area, or more mental clarity when you first open your eyes. And yes, you may see the return of that familiar sense of readiness, that quiet signal of healthy blood flow. And here is the best part. This entire habit takes less than 2 minutes to prepare. There is no complexity, no complicated schedule, and no prescription needed. It is just a few ingredients, a little bit of intention, and a willingness to care for yourself gently. If you want to go one step further and really boost the power of this drink, let me share one more piece of advice. While the ingredients work on a chemical level, their effects are even bigger when you pair them with gentle movement in the evening. I am not talking about a hard workout at the gym. I mean something very peaceful, like a 10-minute walk after dinner, some slow stretching in your living room, or even just lying on your back and breathing deeply with your eyes closed. These simple things turn on the part of your nervous system responsible for deep sleep and balanced hormones. When that system turns on, your body knows it is time to recover. And that is when the real healing begins. So here is your new bedtime routine, one that respects your age, your time, and your needs. You move your body a little bit, you breathe deeply, you make your drink, and you sip it slowly, letting your body take in every bit of that nourishment. This is not about pressure or performing. It is about creating space physical, emotional, and hormonal for your body to work the way it was designed to. Over time, this becomes more than a routine. It becomes a ritual. It is a sacred moment in your day that connects you back to your strength and your physical presence. It is a quiet but powerful way of saying to yourself, I am still in this game. I still have power, and I choose to support myself every single night. There is dignity in that choice. There is beauty in it too. So tonight, instead of just watching TV or scrolling on your phone until you fall asleep, I invite you to try something different. Walk into your kitchen, slice a piece of fresh ginger, pour a small glass of pomegranate juice, add your warm water, and drink it with intention. Drink it with care. Drink it as if you are reminding your body that it is loved not just for what it can do, but for what it is. Because here is the truth. You are not past your prime. You are in a new chapter of your life. And that chapter can be strong, vibrant, and very fulfilling if you choose to support it. It all starts with these small, consistent acts of nourishment. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. If this message felt right to you, I invite you to subscribe to a new kind of health, one based on wisdom, natural strength, and the quiet confidence that comes from caring for yourself. Your best years are not behind you. They are waiting for the moment you decide to nourish them. Now, go drink your